In here know what the Hippocratic Oath is?
Do
No,
no
Kate
harm.
does.
Do no harm.
It's what?
Do no harm.
Do no harm. How about the Hippocratic Oath? I'm gonna take the Hippocratic Oath this morning. When I was preparing to talk this week, yesterday, some of the things that I talk about, I go, am I a hypocrite saying do it this way when sometimes I'm not able? Well, from now on, I'll tell you whether I feel like a hypocrite talking about it. This morning, I gave myself a chance to be a hypocrite, and I didn't do it. Yay! For those who weren't here early for meditation, Susan and I got here and I realized my briefcase with my talk, my computer, everything was sitting in my office at home. I guarantee you a year ago that would have ticked me off a little bit, maybe even last week, before this talk. So I said, okay, how many times have I said, it's not what happens, it's how you react to it. I turned off the radio and I enjoyed a nice, more 1 hour drive back out. Got to see the dogs. Hi dogs. Bye dogs. Came back in. So I'm here to report. I passed the Hippocratic test this morning. May not always, but today I did. So I'm proud of myself. Yay!
We're proud of you.
And I even had a few drivers give me even more possibility. But Susan taught me a phrase that came in so beautiful this morning. Oh, bless their heart. Now, what does that really mean in Southern?
F you.
Oh, bless their heart. I got behind a driver who was a yo-yo driver doing 10 under to 10 over with no ability to pass on Red Rock. And I went, oh, bless their heart. And they sped off and we're gone.
See, that's yours.
So how many of you have had those kinds of experiences where you sometimes feel like life is spinning faster and faster and then gets faster? Even time. It seems like time doesn't last as long as it did. Well, last week, for those who were fortunate enough to be here, Randy gave us a user manual for planet Earth. Thank you, Randy.
Yay!
See, I took it and applied it to my experience this morning. So as a teacher, you never know what's going to come out of it. Well, the outline for today's talk was submitted by Reverend Barbara Leger, founding minister and spiritual guide, Center for Self-Realization in the Ukraine.
Leger. Barbara Leger.
I don't speak
Wrong.
Ukrainian.
She's not Ukrainian.
Do you know her?
Yes, I do.
Really?
Yes.
Is she from here and went there?
Yes.
Santa Rosa.
Oh, okay.
She's from Santa Rosa. That's where
Are
she
you
became
serious?
a minister. Yeah, I'm
I
serious.
thought that name looked familiar.
Yeah. She comes
Anyway.
back and forth, and
Ah.
has
I
students
wonder
go
how
over.
she translated it so well.
Yeah.
But the talk, which goes right along with everything I've been talking about, is first choose peace. And that's what I was able to do this morning because I wanted to pass my hypocrite test. So the lesson's how to shift from the sense of conflict to peace, because peace is our natural state. We've all heard it over and over and over that it's not important for us what happens as much as how we react to it. That's the lesson. From big distractions to little distractions, and the little ones are getting me the most. Worries, concerns, drivers, sports officials. I guess I still have to pass that test.
You're getting better.
But we're all guided, and we're guided back to a state of peace. peacefulness within us. That's who and what we are. Of course, the universe is going to find a way to test our abilities. And it's a chance to learn, to grow, to turn within and find peace. And one of the basic underlying premises of finding the peace is sensing the oneness of it all. Those drivers can't be distracting because they're me. Everything they've done on the road, I've done on the road. And maybe it's my recognition that, oh, that's how I drive, that drives me crazy. So today, let's begin to practice mindfulness, conscious decision making, to shift from that sense of conflict back to knowing the peace, the wholeness, the unity that's within us. This week I saw a Facebook post from the contemplative monk. I always think of Randy the contemplative monk. And a lot of times you'll see me repost this stuff. This one says, "Do not be dismayed by the brokenness in the world. All things break, and all things can be mended. Not with time, as they say, but with intention. So go, love intentionally, extravagantly, unconditionally. The broken world awaits for the light that is you." I'm serious about that. You are the light. There's only one life, one presence, one power in the universe. One. We're all part of it. There's no past, no present, no future, and evil is nothing of itself. All life is contained within it, and it is all there is of life. And remember, it is done as we believe, because we are part of that one. We are co-creators. And although we're all part of the one spirit, we're still distinct. We have a separate identity. We're still part of the one, but we're unique. And oh my, are we unique. Each and every one of us. Based on the principles of unity, we understand this one life moves through all of creation, expressing itself differently, with each different form of life. Humans, plants, furry creatures, winged creatures, bugs, arthropods, cells. It's all one. Each of us is a branch of the tree of life. And there's still only one tree of life. We're all part of it. So all of the life we live springs from our belief, our worldview, our understanding of what it is we're experiencing. Peace is a feeling within that. It's a state of consciousness, separate from energy. We talked about this. It's a state of being calm, trusting, and non-resistant. I think resistant is one of my most, I don't want to say, it used to be one of my main characteristics. I had a scuba teacher once tell me, "I can't teach you." "Why not?" "You're too resistant. Everything I say, you do the opposite." I was like, dyslexic. No. But that caught my attention. I thought I was a great student. No, I'm a resistant student. And when your life's on the line, that may not be the best way to play that. So peace is also an agreement between the elements of our life. And I'll give you an example of a stream. There's an agreement between the water and the rocks. They both have an impact on each other, but they agree, this is how we'll do this. And they're both changed by that relationship. You know what rocks become when they're exposed to much water and wind? It's called sand. Big rocks, little sand. And maybe that's what we're all about. But the water keeps moving forward, becomes energized by the resistance of the rocks, becomes oxygenated by tumbling over the rocks. And isn't that kind of what we want to do? It's a good peaceful experience, unless the water is high and it's, but that's like our lives. The stream can be calm, the stream can be turbulent, the stream can be muddy. And today we have streams of places that we didn't have streams a week ago or a month ago. But within this one infinite reality, there's one life. As many words as there are in all the languages, that's how many descriptions there are for the one life. But it's all contained within each one of us. And that is our true nature, home base, or inner self. So we are born to awaken to that fact, to that experience, so that we can then realize our own magnificence. And that's who we and what we are. Inner peace makes all the difference. When we're living peacefully, mindfully, and we express that magnificence easily, and we don't resist everything that's taking place. For me, it's both a paradox and a mutual agreement. We cannot be in peace until we know what is the cause of everything. One spirit, co-creators. I mean, we can look at that teaching symbol and see first cause, there's a reason it's cause, and second cause, and then us as effect. So what's the source in our lives of conflict? How do we choose to bring peace back into our lives? Well, the first step is we have to notice when we're experiencing conflict, stress, irritation, aggression, anxiety, or any other sense of duality that creates fear. So when you sense it, when you're aware of it, what's the best thing to do? Breathe. Breathe mindfully, consciously. Choose to return to the peaceful, internal sense of who and what you are. Consciously choose to release the resistance and any attachment you feel to the source of that conflict. Could be someone you know. Probably is someone you know. But remember, you're coming from a place of peace, and ultimately, that's where you will return. Trust life. Trust your connection to that first cause, spirit, wholeness, unity, consciously release all the resistance. I'm getting better at it. I choose peace. That's an easy one to think about. Then give thanks. Give thanks for the good stuff in your life. Neuroscientists have mapped the brain enough to know that different parts of the brain light up when you're in stress, when you're in gratitude. And when you're in gratitude, that part of the brain that holds the stress subsides. That's science. But we've known it all along. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Easy step. Pray, meditate, or perform your own spiritual mind treatment. Those are the things that help you remember how your inner peace feels. If you can envision it, you can live it. And they have a step here of visioning is a gift of focus, making ourselves available to the truth of the infinite within our hearts. Visioning develops the courage to see ourselves as we really are in both our limitations and our infinite capacity. It invites us to feel worthy of the good stuff. Visioning leads us back to that sense of peace. Visioning is great, but I like something I've added here, and I call it cultivate the possibilities. I call it visualizing, not visioning, visualizing, which is different than visioning. Visualizing is how you take back your ability to become co-creator in your life. Now, we've heard before, spirit doesn't tolerate vacuums. If you haven't consciously mapped your day, spirit's going to do it for you. And what is spirit going to use as the blueprint or the map for how your day's going to go? It's going to use what you normally think about, what you normally believe as the blueprint for your existence. That's all it has, unless you have set your intention mindfully. What is it you expect from the day? Spirit takes the law of average. What have you been giving me? Well, that's what I'm thinking about. Well, that's what you get more of. Who has the ability to direct and control your thoughts? You do. So how does that play out when you're at work feeling harassed, threatened, or driving home to pick up your briefcase, or just going to and from work, shopping? These are the times when hidden stress pops up. That's when our sense of duality shows itself. So what is it you would like more of in your life right now? And if you will, we'll do a little visualization exercise. If you'll follow along, don't resist. Oh wait, that was me. Pick something right now that you want to attract more of in your life. And this also works with things you want to do less of. But today, let's focus on something you want more of. Find it in your life. Think about it. Then, if you're relaxed and feel to, close your eyes. Just relax. We're going to find that peace within. Step 1 in visualization, relax. Take a deep, relaxing breath. Now picture a place. It's a place where you can let go of everything that stresses you. Perhaps some private place that you know of, or just a place you can imagine. It can be deep in the woods, top of a mountain, private beach. Just visualize yourself there. Remember, nice, relaxing breaths. Now consciously breathe in your experience of your personal, peaceful place. Uh-oh, someone here thinks they can't visualize. That's okay. Just imagine. Use your imagination. Everyone has an imagination. Everyone uses their imagination. Sometimes we call it fantasy. What is it you can fantasize about attracting into your life? So imagine you're totally relaxed in your private, personal place. Can you smell how wonderful it is? Breathe in those smells. Relax even more. You can feel the muscles in your body relaxing as you breathe consciously, mindfully. From your toes to your thighs, every muscle relaxes. Up your torso, your breathing slows down even more as you relax. Your shoulders, your neck muscles, your back, they're all relaxed. Now that you're able to relax, use your visualization, your imagination. Begin to picture experiencing more of what it is you want to attract. Look at it. Picture yourself living it, attracting more of it, experiencing more of it in complete detail. Now just take a moment and continue to experience that, what it is that you are attracting to your life right now. Consciously, thank Spirit for bringing this into your life, your experience. Acknowledge that you attracted this. It's your experience to keep, to enjoy. You are the co-creator in your life. Anchor that experience into your life through your intention. You can do this anytime, anywhere, when you seek to choose peace. So I invite you to return from your little visualization exercise. Literally took 4 or 5 minutes. You do that twice a day, you can change your life in a heartbeat. You can use that for healing. You can use that for attraction. You can use that to sever old contracts, ties. Anything you can think of, you can create. The more you practice it, the easier it gets. And what does Spirit do with your intentions, your thoughts? Where you place your attention is what you get more of. You know how I love to quote Albert Einstein? We are slowed down sound and light waves. We're a walking bundle of frequencies tuned into the cosmos. We are souls dressed up as sacred biochemical garments, and our bodies are the instruments through which our souls play their music. Whatever you tune your frequency to is the radio station you're going to get. I think Randy talked about that. How do you use your tuner? It's your visualization. So think about what Einstein said. Visualize it, that you are an energetic consciousness. And I'm going to give you a new word. I wish Sharon was here. Sharon, we love you. You're an encon, energetic consciousness. I just made that up yesterday. So I expect you'll be hearing that a lot more in the future. I expect it to be on physics and TV shows and everything else. Because you'll be talking to your friends about, I'm an encon. Ooh. Want to quote Facebook one more time. From The Power of Positivity, the less you respond to negative people, the more peaceful your life becomes. I always write too much. I need more time. I think we should do a 2-hour sermon. I am really kidding. So what happens when you take a candle into a totally dark room? One tiny little bit of light pushes back all the darkness, doesn't it? You may not be able to read by it, but you can see, you can navigate from one little candle. That's you. You are the candle. You are the light. You're certainly the light workers. You're pushing back on immense amounts of darkness. Someone wishes they could be here with us. Pushing back the darkness. All the great teachers of our time consistently tell us that although we are small in number, the light that we bring in lights up the cosmos. We are the light workers. You are the light workers. Great work. Keep it up. My beautiful light workers. Namaste.
Namaste.